do it.
Devour. The soul wanders. I must devour.
What in the hell are you?
That is just one of the many new characters in the much anticipated general story mode of Street Fighter V. Fans have been eagerly waiting for this very hefty update since the release of the game, which didn't have too much to offer as far as single player experience. Although it contained a prelude story mode for the characters in the first release of the game, fans have been waiting to engage more into the Street Fighter universe, much like what you would see in games like Mortal Kombat, Guilty Gear, and Injustice, just to name a few. So the question is, did in fact Capcom deliver the robust story mode that we were waiting for? In my opinion, yes they did, and here's why. Well, for starters, the story mode is at least 2 hours of cinematic scenes and opportunities to play as almost every available and selectable character the game has to offer. Not only do they have available characters that you fight and play, but they also have soon-to-be released characters such as Juri and Urien of Street Fighter 3, who plays as a lead into things to come. Added to that, you also face many other characters such as Bison, Shadaloo, Dolls, that I hope will be available for the release in the near future. Unlike the recently released Guilty Gear Zard sequel, this has the option of both English dub and Japanese subs for the anime uppity fans who are religious to hearing Japanese voice work. And for those like myself who appreciates the English dubs of anime, reprising their respective roles as main characters Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li are fan favorites Ruben Langdon, Laura Bailey, and the two-time guest of Talk Time Live podcast Kyle Hayward as they set off into a final battle with M. Bison and Shadaloo. As for the story itself, entitled The Shadow Falls, we have Shadaloo looking to find a way to reinvigorate Bison's psycho power. Shadaloo attempts this by kidnapping the world's top hackers in order to control a group of moon satellites that will make people embrace the darkness within them. It is up to the world warriors to band together and stop the evil corporation once and for all. The story overall is not an Oscar winner, nor it should be in this case, as all stories in video games do not have to have a really deep and serious plot to entertain fans. The first time I played through The Shadow Falls, it felt like it lasted a long time, which of course could be from the lack of sleep I had leading up to the download of the game. However, when I played it through a second time, it felt like it breezed by. Playing through the game's story mode starts off with an easy setting, but near the end of the story mode, the difficulty level changes dramatically, so if you're a casual fan, you may want to step it up a bit, because in order to beat the game, it's going to be a doozy. But don't stress it, people. You do have the option to skip fights if things get too hard, but what's the fun in that? Overall, I enjoyed the story mode for what it was. It was a very fun way to see and play all of your iconic characters in such a deep and epic presentation. The only negative I would have for The Shadow Falls is what gamers had to go through in order to get to the story mode in the first place. The fact that we had to download an 8 gig patch, which many thought was the actual update itself, which led to another 8 gig download of the Shadow Falls story mode, really upset people. Now, for those of you who have high quality internet providers such as Xfinity or Fios, this shouldn't be a problem. However, if you own a DSL or any other lower tier internet option, this could take forever to download. Other than that, I highly recommend this to any fighting game fans. And with that said, I give Street Fighter V The Shadow Falls an A-. It may not be the best story in fighting games, but it's definitely the best Street Fighter game to date.
Once again, you need to face the Hado that you are hiding inside of you. Face it.